She know what she want, what she gonna do. Alright, found something I never knew. And I hope you have the time in your life. Yeah, I hope you have the time in your life. Wishing you keep me up in your head. Talk with your mother, she said that I wasn't sure.
So we're now going to open and clean this gauge cluster in order to bring back the bright light in this gauge cluster. It's so dark already. So to open it, you just pry this tab here using your fingernails. There are 3 at the bottom and a 3 also here at the top. There's a gap already. You can position your fingers here and against here while pressing the tab here. Also, there's a tab here at the side. There you go. You can also lift the tab here for the lens so that you can clean the lens. There you go. As you can see, the lens is also very dirty, so we'll try to clean this also. So here you can remove this part here by just lifting it. There's a guide and lock tab. There you go. Also on this side, just lift it carefully. There you go. There you go. It's now removed. Also this one here. There you go. And now to remove the gauges here, you just need a Phillips screwdriver. You should loosen it very carefully. Careful only. When loosening it, you might twist the part where the what you call that, the magnet wire in the gauge, the winding. Last one for the fuel and temp gauge. Place this back. And for the, what's this? This is for the speedometer. So when loosening the last bolt, you should hold the gauge through this bolt here, this screw here, so that it will not fall out. So there you go. Careful not to touch the needle. There you go. And also here, hold the gauge here through the screw. And untighten the 3 screws at the back. So there. Remove the screws. There you go. And to remove the tachometer out. There you go. And now you will see the bulbs that create the illumination at the back of the gauges. So what will I do here is to remove the rubber part that makes it blue colored. You can retain the blue colored rubber in the bulb, but for me, I will just remove that blue rubber part in order to make it more bright. So these are the illumination bulbs. Usually the illumination bulbs is illustrated or indicated by ILL. So you will see. And two more here. And there. And also another indicator of the bulb being the illumination bulbs is that the holder is color brown as compared to the rest. It's all colored black, the bulb holder. So I'll clean this first and I'll remove the rubber part. Usually the rubber part is already so burnt. You see, it's so brittle, and being so burnt, it's so dark already, it's not translucent anymore. And also the fact that the bulbs are already darker because it's because it's so old already. You can change the bulbs to a new one so that it will be bright again, but this is a quick solution to just remove this brittle and not too translucent anymore rubber. They call it rubber condoms. I'll clean the bulbs. So you can use alcohol to clean the bulbs. Just wet your rag and wipe the glass part of the bulb. Just twist the bulb against your rag. There you go. And to return it back to where it came from, here, the side. And now to clean the indicator bulbs. So this one is installed here. You can check what the purpose is by checking against the light. So you can also clean this by just then wipe it with a dry cloth. So there you go. This is for the seat belt, this is for the airbag, and this for the handbrake, and this for the heat. Maybe you can see from the camera, but I can see it here. Or just turn it over. You'll see brake written just in the opposite direction. This belts, this heat. So as you will see here, there are 3 bulbs installed. One for the belts, one for the airbag, and one for the brake. Because the heater is for the diesel version of the Mazda 323 Familia. So I'll also clean these bulbs here. And on the opposite side, there are 4 bulbs. Let's check the template. So it's like that. So it's for rear light malfunction, door and oil, 4-wheel ABS, and washer. There's no bulb for the washer for our local version Mazda Familia. For the local version, there's no sensor for the washer tank. Also at the back, you can clean it. There you go. I can place this back again here. Lock it in place. That's the lock for the template, this and this one. And install this back also. Lock it in place. Careful with the needle. You can move the needle, but don't move it too far where it operates, where it deflects. Also at the back here, see, it's too dirty. hold at the edge only. Let's see, it's dirty also. Again, hold at the edge only of the gauge. There you go, it's clean already. And for this gauge, again here at the back, always remove your rag to a clean spot if the part you've been using is already dirty. So as you can see, it's clean, it's already clean, but there's more dirt at the back, so more alcohol for the back portion. You see? So there you go, finished for that one. And now the last part, RPM tachometer here. There you go, so you'll see it's dirty. Now to dry it with the clean part of the rag. And now to clean the back portion. Also to wipe this clean. And now to install back the gauges. Let's start with the RPM. It's stated here. There you go, there's a guide here and a guide here. Now to hold it again here at the screw here, using your fingers so that it will not fall. And to return the 3 screws. And to tighten it, you tighten it a little only. And next is the speedometer. Install it back, and also there's a guide for its proper slot, proper fitment location. There's a guide here and a guide here. Again, hold the finger, the screw here, so that when you turn it over it will not fall. And install back the screws. And to install the screw back. There you go. And now to install this, the temperature gauge and the fuel level gauge. There you go. Hold the screws here down using your finger so that it will not fall while screwing at the back of this gauge. The fuel level gauge and the temperature gauge is sensitive to over tightening, so be very careful when tightening it down. You can also clean this template here. And wipe with a clean rag. And wipe with a clean part of your rag, not the used area. And install the template back. Position it in the guides. There you go. So I'll clean the bulbs first using alcohol, and it's a good idea to test the bulbs for its proper operation while the gauge cluster is out. So this one is good. Again, there's no polarity. Oops, this one looks busted. So you can put a light at the back of the gauge. Of course, you should remove the bulbs first. Then there you will see. So you will see the purpose of each indicator. So there's airbag, brake, and belts. So this one is heater. It says heat. It's for the diesel engine version of the Mazda Familia. So these belts, airbag, and brake. And now to clean the bulbs with alcohol. And to test the bulb, again there's no polarity. Good. There you go. All of these 3 bulbs are working except for one. And after cleaning, you can install this and make sure to lock all the tabs. 3 at the bottom, 2 at the sides, and 3 at the top. There you go. And now the last one is to clean this lens with soap and water. As you can see, it's very dirty. You can see it's clear now. Clean it more using a rag. Because it's hard to reach the edge here, you should use a rag reaching that areas. There you go, just to dry it up and to install it to the gauge cluster. And now to check what the purpose of these 3 holes here. So it's for the hazard and airbag. And this is a separate hazard light, but this one here is used instead by the factory. This is the charge light and the high beam. And this is for the fog light. So we will check if the bulb indicators are still good. So this is the bulbs for the charge and the high beam. So let's check it if it's still good, but I'll clean it first. So it's good. Also this one is good. So you will notice here one is small and one is bigger. I'm not sure of the watts of each bulb, but you cannot interchange it since the hole for the charge light indicator is bigger. So the bigger bulb is inserted here and the smaller one is here. And now this one, no purpose. This is for the fog light. Clean this first. There you go, and check if it's working. Okay, good. And to return it here for the fog light indicator. So all good. And now to reinstall this plastic back here. You can also buff this lens here to make it cleaner. There you go. There you go. For the illumination bulbs, the 4 illumination bulbs, I already tested it. I don't know if I was not able to video it, but I already cleaned the illumination bulbs. So there you go. Make sure all the tabs of the lens are locked in place. There are 4 here at the bottom, and there are also 4 here at the top. Just make sure all of them are locked in place. So there you go. This is just a quick cleanup of your gauge cluster